Hello everyone, welcome back to the another lecture. So my name is Ashish and in this lecture we will talk about the input current and input capacitor current behavior in DC to DC converter. So you may have a question that whether these two current behavior are same or what. So I will answer this in this video. So if you say yeah, input current behavior and input current and input capacitor current behavior are same, then you are wrong. So they are totally different thing. You have another question that sir, we have not seen the input capacitor in our circuit. We have directly have the DC source or DC supply available when we analyze any circuit. So that is correct thing, okay. But when you implement any circuit practically, you need to put the input capacitor, because you cannot directly supply DC because it may have the noises or all maybe, so we need to filter it out, right? So that is the reason we always use the input capacitor in front, top in front, okay. So let's start with this. So how we will see, so initially in the presentation part we will see the input capacitor current behavior, that how input capacitor current behavior is there. So we cannot directly see the input capacitor current behavior in the MATLAB, so that hence we will see it in a presentation form. And after that, input current behavior, maybe you know that you have all studied the GATE syllabus and all. I am expecting that input current behavior you should predict correctly. If you are wrong in predicting the input capacitor current behavior, that is fine, okay, because we generally not see what is the actual behavior of the capacitor input current, right? So I am hoping that if somebody asks you this question in future, that tell me the behavior you of the input capacitor current, you should not say that it is same as the input current behavior, okay. So that I am expecting you in future. So let's get started with this video. So first thing, we will see that for the buck converter. So you know this buck converter figure, right? So we have the switch at the terminal and how the working of this and all happen, that we already know, okay. We have seen this in our previous playlist also. So now when this buck converter, so what is the behavior of the input current when it is a continuous conduction mode? Its behavior is like, look, when the switch is on, the current is decreasing up to the T1 time period represent the turn on duration, T2 time represent the turn off behavior. So you will say that if the switch is on, current should increase. Well, that is the case in a input current behavior, not in the input capacitor current behavior. So I am talking here about the input capacitor current behavior. So when switch is on, current is decreasing to its minimum value, then it is increasing to its maximum value, and when the switch is off, that time current has a maximum limit, maximum value, and it will be at its maximum value, and then again it will be come back, and then again some minimum value. So this is how the behavior of the buck converter input capacitor. Now the same thing, if somebody asks you if it is if it is the case of DCM, if it is a case of the discontinuous conduction mode, then how the behavior is. So you can say that the behavior is like this. So it will be decreasing from its maximum value, then suddenly it, then again when the switch is off, it will go to the particular value, okay, IM maximum. So maximum current it will hold, and when the both the switches are, and then after that when there is a DCM, so that time also it will hold the I maximum value. So this two waveform you should know, and if you have very passionate to know how exactly this waveform come, you should go in analysis, or you can write down in comment box that sir, we need to know exactly how this behavior comes. So I will get motivated and I will make a video that how exactly this behavior will come. So next thing, for the boost converter, so you will say that sir, for the boost converter input current is a continuous, right? So whether the capacitor current also continuous, so it is more or less continuous and it will follow the same kind of behavior. But only difference is that when we say that input current behavior, so how input current behavior you know already. So how the input current behavior when the switch is on, when the switch is on, basically current will increase, right? And when switch is off, current will decrease, okay. That is I am talking about the IL current. IL current is the input current when in case of the boost converter, right? So it is increasing and then decreases. But if you see about the capacitor input current, the waveform is exactly the opposite. It is at its maximum value at the start, and then it is decreasing. When switch is on, the current is decreasing to its minimum value, and after that when switch is off, current is increasing. So this is the behavior. Okay, so you should know this behavior, it is very important. Okay, so I hope so you understood this concept. Now when the things are in, so just let me erase all the things on the slide. So now let me tell you about the DCM case. When it is a DCM case, how the waveform for the boost converter. So you can see that it is always start from maximum value, input capacitor curve. It is decreasing and then increasing, and in the DCM period it is holding the maximum current. Okay, and then again decreasing. So this kind of behavior the boost converter input capacitor will show. Now the same thing for the buck boost converter. How the buck boost converter, you should think before going further in this video that exactly what should be the behavior. So sir has tell you, so what should be the behavior, just think of, I will show you, no worries. So let us see the behavior. So when the switch is on, again the current is decreasing in nature, right? When switch is off and diode is working, that time it will hold the some maximum value, and again the same thing. It is just like the buck converter we have seen, and they again when it is in the case of DCM, it has a same kind of behavior. Okay, so this is about the input capacitor current behavior. So I hope so you understand that input current and input capacitor current behavior are slightly opposite. If in a input current, if the input current is increasing, that time input capacitor current is decreasing. So this thing you should put in your mind so that you can relate the things. Now I will go in a MATLAB and then I will show you how the behavior of the buck converter, boost current converter, buck boost converter input current behavior. Okay, so here we are in the buck converter file. So I have just taken the one open loop simulation for you. I will just simulate this. I have simulated it. I have just look the polarity. I have marked plus minus. Okay, so this is the actual polarity. When we are putting any current source, we should put in the same way. Okay, now I have just run it. Now I will just open the scope and show you that what is the behavior of the buck converter input current. So let me just show you once. So I will just zoom it a bit so that you can see it correctly. So look, the same kind of behavior what you are expecting, the same kind of behavior. When switch is on, it is goes to a particular value and it will be slightly increasing. Okay, and when switch is off, the current is directly zero because there is no path to flow the input current. So that is why that time it is zero. So this behavior, if you have predicted, you are a really good student. You know how the behavior, how the waveforms look in the DC to DC converter. So this is about the buck converter. Now we will see the next thing about the boost converter. So here I am in the boost converter file. You can see the boost converter in front of you. So now I have just simulated it. Now I will just show you the behavior, how exactly it looks and all. So I will just open the scope and you can see the boost converter how it is. So it is actually inductor current behavior, right? In boost converter, inductor current is our input current. So its behavior is like the same. When the switch is on, the current will increase. When switch is off, current will decrease, again increase and decrease. So if you have predict this behavior correctly, you are good. Okay, you are on good track. So this is about the boost converter. Now I will go in the buck boost converter file and I will show you. So this is the buck boost converter which I have in front of you. So now I have just simulated once so that you can see the behavior. So I have simulated it already. Now I will show you the waveform how it is. Maybe you know what exactly the nature of the waveform. Again, when the switch is on, it will go to its particular value and increasing, and when switch is off, its value is zero, right? So this is the actual behavior generally a boost converter, buck boost converter have, right? So if you know about this particular thing, then you are a really good student. So with this I will conclude this lecture. Thanks for watching. I hope so you have enjoyed this video and you have learned something. So thanks for watching.